Welcome back to CMSRWe. I'm Bo, and I'm here with my sister. We both finished our school year. This is amidst the coronavirus pandemic. How was your school year? The rest of it.
The rest of my school year was spring quarter, and that was all online. And my friends and I actually signed an apartment lease right before everything happened because our school gave us a chance to break our housing contract, and that meant like a lot of money back because it's much, much cheaper to live off campus. And I also had a lot of like dining dollars left that I would have also gotten refunded because I don't really use them.
Wait, why were they allowing you to break the contract early? Because of COVID?
Yeah, I think like it was like the very, very beginning of it. It was like mid-March, and they were allowing people to go home. And I think it was like just like a precautionary action, but like it just turned out. And then like later as we progressed, this was after we already signed our lease, it progressed to be like, oh, like people can go home if you want. And then like I asked around my dorm apartment, like my on-campus apartment mates, if they were what they were gonna do, and they were like, yeah, I'll probably just stay on campus because like I don't really want to go back home or anything like that. But then like as things progressed, the emails became more and more like urging and like, you know, you really should go home. And like it was like we encourage like all students who have a place to go back to go back, and like only stay if you like really don't have a place to go back to.
Did they ever go like leave?
No, but like yeah, so they were actually really nice about it. Yeah, they didn't actually kick anyone out.
Okay.
So then I think only one person that I know actually stayed. Everyone else like ended up going home, which is not the original plan. But so I ended up staying down in San Diego for my spring quarter, and
at the apartment.
Yeah, at the apartment. And honestly, like I have really enjoyed it just because my own space, and so like it's only messy when I make it messy, like my own space personally, whereas like back home I don't have control over like the mess.
Oh, you mean the home in Washington?
Yeah, like home in Washington. And I don't know about you, but that's like really stressful to me to like be using like our kitchen and stuff like that, and there's like things everywhere, and like things are messy and stuff like that. I don't know. It like
stressful for
it's really stressful for me.
Okay.
Or like being in mom and dad's room because our relatives are over and they are staying in my room. So when I go back home, I don't have my own space. And so for a while I was visiting home beyond spring break because classes were remote, I could stay at home longer. So I decided to do that for a bit, but it was like really stressful to have to like have my classes downstairs, have all my meetings and like work downstairs in the living room, in like the dining table, and just have people like just constantly coming in and out and stuff like that. And like mom and dad's room don't have like a desk or anything.
Well, they do, but we put laundry on it.
But it's not meant to be like a desk table. Like there's no chairs or anything for me to sit on. Nor is there room because there's a mattress on the floor. And so it's 2 queen-size mattresses in the room. And then a table lines the wall. The dresser
along the wall.
Yeah. So there really is no space. And there wasn't any space to like work out or anything like that unless I was like out in the public and stuff. So it was really stressful for me. But then like in the apartment, I have space to do almost like anything that I want. I think one thing I realized though, living on my own like that for the first time, was like how much stress I receive from like other people as well.
Because I was gone.
The people that I live with, I think I just have like control issues because it's like I also can't control like how clean they wash our dishes and stuff like that. I can't control whether they use my plates or like my pans and stuff like that.
Well, you kind of can just keep them in your room.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. Like, because it's like it's not a dorm anymore. You know, it's like an actual apartment that I live at. I don't want to have to like...
But you should if you don't want them to use it.
it's not that I don't want them to use it. I just want them to use it properly and take care of it. Like, one of our roommates, I don't know if this is, like, her first time ever doing, like, chores or, like, washing dishes or something like that. But, like, after her first time using my brand new, like, nonstick pan that Mom sent me. Super deep cuts. Like,
no.
I don't know how she did it. I don't know if she used
Did you confront her?
No.
Oh my god.
Well, I kind of did. I texted the group chat, like, when we're using non-stick pans, can we be careful about, like, not scrubbing it too hard or using metal utensils on it? Which I don't even know if she understood what that meant, because, like, later on I saw her using other people's non-stick pans with, like, metal tongs, and she's like like tossing her pasta in there with the metal tongs and stuff like that. It was really deep. It was not like even
you need
fork
to confront
scratches.
her.
Well, she's moving out soon, luckily, so I'm not going to. Anyway.
But still. Oh my goodness.
That's like a big problem I have, is like that I can't confront people about those things. So like the problems just like
you need to
persist.
You need to.
And I don't know, we just had a lot of issues with her. Like, one time it was so odd. At 1 a.m. she's popping the bubble wrap outside in the middle of like a really loud phone call.
Wow.
Yeah. She's like from the Midwest, so like I don't know if that's like normal to her. And then we were really shocked. Like, this was my first night there. I was really, because like, and I like heard stories about like, yeah, she's like kind of problematic, but like we've been working through it kind of. And on my first night in the apartment, when I came back from home, I woke up at like, it was like 7:45 a.m. and she's like on this super loud phone call. Like, how is she doing this? It was just a lot.
So is no one confrontational in your
my roommate is
group?
My roommate is, but that's it.
Did she say anything?
Yeah.
What did she say?
I mean, she's like really good about like just letting her know, like, hey, next time could you
not do that?
Yeah, like, can you like try to take your phone calls more quietly or wait until like a later time when people are awake?
Was
she's
she
really
in her
good
room?
about it.
Was she?
No, she was in the living room. She spends all wait. I don't know if you can post this. I'm just talking. But like,
let's give her a nickname. Emily
is just always out in the living room. Even when her roommate is gone home for like a few weeks, she's just always in the living room. She like passes out in the living room. She works in the living room. And like, because I'm not close with her, and like I'm like, she's like a really talkative person, and I like don't like to have conversation unless
maybe that's why she's in the living room. She's waiting for people to come.
And so I can never sit in the living room. Also, we used to have this futon. Oh my gosh, we got a futon for like $30, and it was like such a hassle to get it in our apartment. And it was also broken. It was like, yeah, I know, and they didn't tell us. And like the legs were like kind of like on it was like the wood of the loft. It's called a loft, right? The futon couch?
I don't know.
The futon couch was like, the wood was breaking. And then one time when it was doing the YouTube at home thing, do you remember that, when a bunch of celebrities came and like they were performing and stuff like that? Well, Lady Gaga came on, and then her roommate, Emma's roommate, like called her. She was like, Emma, Lady Gaga's on. And then she like came running out, and she like body slammed. She's like a, I don't know how to explain her. She's like really tall, and she has like big bones. But she like comes and like body slams this loft because she's so excited about Lady Gaga on the screen, and the loft just snaps under her. We don't have a couch anymore. And we were like, okay, that's fine. And so we ended up having to look for a new couch, and like it was such a hassle because it was like, most places have like furniture for cheap or like for free even, but we need to have like a vehicle, or something to transport it in.
Why didn't Emma
help out?
Why didn't you guys tell her to buy it, find it, replace it?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I felt bad because like,
for who?
Her roommate is really passive, like, and so like,
let's call her Kelly,
but like passively aggressive. And so Kelly is like
the worst.
Kelly is like whenever she's on the phone with someone, she's always on the phone with, like, her sister.
Kelly?
Always. Yeah, Kelly's just always on, like, always FaceTiming her cousin or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Family-oriented?
Really close, I guess.
Okay.
And so, like, even though she's in the room, or even if she's, like, in, like, hearing distance, she'll be like, yeah, because Emma, like, was super excited, so we don't have a couch anymore. And, like, she'll, like, say these things. And, like, I felt really bad because she was obviously sorry. She obviously didn't mean to do... She doesn't mean to do a lot of the things. But the problem is that Emma does a lot of things, like, on accident. She's, like... She spills everything, like... And, like,
Maybe
like,
she should live by herself.
I don't know. No, she's moving out with, like, other friends. But, like, she brought 5 glasses. Luckily, they're all hers. Just, like, drinking glasses. She's broken 4 of them. She just, like, shatters them. And she had, like, 3 mason jars shattered. I don't know what it is with her. But she just breaks things. And, like, she spills. But she doesn't mean to is the thing. And so I feel really bad. So whenever Kelly is talking about her, and then, like, my roommate is also, like, kind of, like, she also agrees, because, like, the thing is, like, she did most of the hustle work to, like, get that loft in there, and she, like, had her, like, mom's boyfriend come and, like,
wait, are you talking about futon?
Like, yeah, the futon.
Okay, yeah.
The loft couch. I don't know what
Is that what it's called?
I thought it was called a loft.
I thought it was called a futon.
But the futon couch. Yeah.
But why don't you just call it a futon?
I think when they sold it as a loft. I don't know. I can find the futon. And so she did a lot of the work. So she was also really annoyed because we also did have to pay for it and stuff like that. And then so she would also kind of dog on her. Emma did pay for the loft and the couch, but, like, not extra.
Oh, she just paid her portion?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But then, like, I felt bad because she was obviously sorry, but, like, I mean, none of us are really, like, financially flourishing.
Yeah, that's why you have roommates.
And yeah, exactly. And so, like, I would try to defend her, like, you know, she really didn't mean to. Like, she was just super excited. Because she's also an earshot, is the thing. Like, they, like, don't consider that she's listening. And, like, she obviously does feel badly, so.
Emma sounds like a great friend to have.
Yeah, she is. No, but, I love her personality.
But not someone to live with.
No, yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Because I do really adore her personality because she's so confrontational. And, like, when we had problems with AT&T while we were setting up our internet, she was just so livid, and she was going all, like, what do you call it? Like, Catherine on the phone? Kelly? Karen. She was going all Karen on the phone.
Well, how did she do it? What did she do?
She was so mad. She was, like, yelling at them. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because
like,
mean? They were supposed to set our internet up, and then they, like, didn't show up or something like that on the appointed time. They didn't give us any warning or something like that. Yeah. So she was just, like, absolutely mad. But I mean, she's, like, so confrontational, and then I'm not.
Did the Wi-Fi get fixed?
Yeah, eventually, and then, like, they, like, I think they gave us, like, some sort of help advantage discount sort of thing.
How is your internet? Is it good?
It's all right. It's, like, gone down a few times, and then we've had to go on campus to a study room for campus Wi-Fi. But it's, like, not super slow or anything like that. It's not super problematic. Mm-hmm. But our Zoom calls are always, like, your internet is unstable.
Okay.
You know that? We always get that. Sometimes because, like, we're all in class at the same time, too. Mm-hmm. And so, like, all of our internets go down at the same time. And all our calls, like, just cancel. And everyone, like, comes out to the living room to, like, check up on the router. Like, what happened? Like, did y'all's internet go down, too? Like, I mean, we're all in it together.
I hope you stay friends with Emma. She sounds like a cool person.
She is a cool person. She's, like, a wine mom, kind of. Or she's, like, a wine auntie. She's, like, almost always drinking. She's great, though. Yeah. But it really did make me realize that, like, if I can in the future, like, beyond college, like, if I can, I would love to live alone.
I live alone, and I love it.
Or even with just, like, one roommate that I know that... Because, like, me and my roommate have, like, almost no problems. Living-wise.
Living too. Okay, thanks for clarifying.
So, like, I wouldn't mind living with just her or anything like that, but... Yeah.
I think I tried to find a roommate going into med school because it is a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But my cat was coming with me, and no one would...
Want to live with a cat?
Yeah, they would all say, well, I think it's gonna be distracting. I don't know, blah blah blah. And I thought, okay, yeah, whatever, that's fine. And so I got my own place, and I love it. I think I'm a bad roommate.
Oh.
What?
Are you? Well, you've been in a single like all of your college years.
Like $1,060.
Okay.
Well, yeah, in college.
You've always had a single.
I had a roommate in freshman year. Yeah.
For a
semester.
Bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other times we did share a living room and all that. It was a suite. It wasn't my own space, and we shared a bathroom, etc. But freshman year, I think living with a roommate made me
hate it, avoid it.
Yes, hate it, and also be able to confront people when something's like, because think about it, who is the loser if you don't say anything about it?
Yeah, I agree.
You just suffer in silence.
Some things are just not worth it to me to bring tension to.
Well, the scratching the pan.
Well, I did bring that up in text.
Not really. You sent it to everyone.
Yeah, I did send it to
everyone. And you
everyone.
said Emma didn't know what you were talking about.
Well, I don't think it's that she didn't know. I think she just doesn't realize, like, what happens to non-sticks. And, like, that's like I don't know, just, like, a lot of my... Okay, like, another thing is, like, I've told you about this before, but, like, our dishwashing policy... Not policy, but, like, unspoken rule of, like, if I'm preparing food for y'all, then, like, y'all should do the dishes and, like, clean up. Things like that. Like, my roommate, when she cooks... She, like, when she's done, she just, like, she's done. Even though it takes 1 second to put things back, doesn't do it. Just sits out because, like, someone else will come clean it or something like that. And, like, even if she uses... Like, the thing is, for me, because I hate doing dishes so much, I, like, a lot of my cooking is without utensils. Does that make sense? Like, if it's something that I can, like, flip in the pan without... I'll do it.
Wow.
Or I'll use, like, wooden chopsticks that I know I'm gonna eat with.
Wow.
Or, like, I'll use the same bowl the entire day. I'll just rinse it out after each thing. Like if I'm gonna have a smoothie bowl, then I'll just, like, eat my smoothie out of it, and then I'll rinse it, and I'll use it for, like, apple slices, and I'll rinse it, and I'll use it for, like, oatmeal later. Things like that. Like, I, like, will do anything to avoid dishes. But for her, like, when she knows that someone else is gonna do dishes, or even when she's, like, cooking for herself, she'll, like,
wants to get the most out of her.
Toss it in the sink. Oh wait, I forgot to taste this one too. Use a spoon for that.
A new one.
Toss it, and then, like, get new spoons to eat with. Or, like, she just, like, does not care about, like, how many dishes pile up. Or, like, she'll use a separate bowl to mix her sauce in it.
Do you have a dishwasher?
We do, but we don't use it.
Why not?
I don't think we know how. I don't think any of us know how to use it.
It saves so much time.
Yeah, I bet it does. I don't know.
It really does.
I'm sure it's worth it.
It is.
But I don't even know where the dish soap goes or anything like that.
Oh my god.
Never used a dishwasher in my life.
Neither have I, but I learned.
And also, like, yeah. I just don't make dishes is the thing.
Yeah, and then sounds like, what should we call her, Mandy, is the opposite.
Yeah, but like, that's why now I just eat on my own mostly. But we buy groceries together.
You and Mandy.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. Like, when I bring up conflict, like, you probably weren't friends with your roommate.
I
right?
was.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh. I was about to say, like, because I'm, like,
we stayed roommates
friends
all
with
4
them.
years.
Oh, I remember.
We stayed together, yeah.
That's right. But yeah. I don't know. I'm just, like, not good at it. I totally agree that I come out the loser. All the times that I choose not to confront someone about it. But I don't mind.
I think I'm very particular about, like, I will let you borrow some things, but that's, like, after that, if it's return damaged or if you don't take good care of it, we're done.
Yeah.
No more borrowing.
How do you even say that, though? Like, hey,
like what?
Can I use your camera for my art project?
I don't have a camera.
If you did.
Okay.
That's role playing.
Okay, let's say what happened before last time.
I think I don't know if I'm, like, being stingy or something, but, like, with
Oh no, did this happen?
With Ima, she like always like uses my things for her art projects because
Like what?
Like tripods.
Why doesn't she have
Camera.
one? She's an art student.
She doesn't. She just doesn't.
Okay, and
I
does she
don't know.
take good care of it? Or do they come back muddy and gross?
No, I think it's fine.
Oh.
I think I just get annoyed by
Well, yeah, I had
using my stuff.
a roommate like that too because she would borrow my mug because she came here with like one suitcase. She's international.
Mm-hmm.
And she had one mug that I let her borrow, and she would borrow it so much. And she would use it, and she would use it all the time.
Yeah.
And so it kind of became her mug that she was still borrowing from me.
Yeah.
And I remember one time asking if I can have it back, and she said, sure, let me wash it. And then she washed it, and it was stained because all she would do was drink tea from it.
Oh, man.
And then I think that was freshman year, back when I was not as confrontational. But what I did was not give it back.
What if she asked for it? Hey, can I use your mug?
Actually, I need it now to put my pencils in it, so sorry.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm not really using like my tripod at all times, and I'm like also not using my camera at all times. It's just like when it comes to like things like that though, like, well, the tripod, not mine. It's like from work, and so like I get a little nervous with that, and also with the camera, like it's like I don't know what she's doing with it because she leaves. She uses it like outside and whatever she's like recording or something like that, and like so like. What if, like, it comes back and, like, I don't know how damaged it is or anything like that?
Maybe she dropped it and she didn't.
Yeah, so that stuff makes me, like, super
say
nervous.
no. Just say...
No, I can't. And, like...
Why?
Mandy, she, like, texted me, like, the other day, like, hey, can we use your camera if you didn't take it with you?
What did you say?
I said, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Of course you can.
Oh, my God.
Because, like, I don't feel like there is, like, good enough reason to say no.
Yeah, there is.
That it's mine?
Yeah.
I know, but I don't think that's good enough reason. I don't know. And, like, what if, like, one day I need to borrow something that's theirs, and then, like, I don't know, that's fine.
Oh, my God. No.
That's how most of...
No.
That's how most of my conflict goes.
I do think sometimes I don't want to lend things just because I don't want to. But then sometimes I do, and I think it depends on my relationship with that person. I think if that person has helped me a lot or something in the past, then of course of course you can borrow my things because you helped me so much. But if it's like this rando person, or maybe like someone I'm acquainted with and they're asking to borrow it, and if I feel uncomfortable, why am I feeling uncomfortable is because I see this person not taking care of their own belongings very well, or is it because what they're asking for is really expensive, or that sort of thing. And so I try to word it in a way that's like, I guess it's not making excuses, but being honest about it. So if someone asked to borrow my iPad, I would say, actually, that's really expensive and I don't have it insured. I have my phone insured, and I dropped it before, and I just know I'd be really nervous about it, and I don't want to keep bugging you and asking
Oh
how
my
it's
gosh.
doing.
See, I don't have those words in my head.
Okay, then text me
And
first.
also, the first time, she didn't even ask to take it outside.
The tripod?
No, the camera.
Oh, so she just left?
Like, she was like, oh, you have a camera? I was like, yeah, it's in my closet. She's like, can I see it? I was like, yeah. And so she went to my closet and she grabbed my camera.
And she left?
And I didn't realize, no, it was like, she just like looked at it for a while, and then like, it was in the living room for a bit because I didn't put it back right away. And then like, she just took it with her.
Did you confront her?
No.
I'd be like, that's my camera.
I don't know.
Okay, let's role play. You're Emma.
So bad. Emma! Cleo! Go on.
Isn't it Chloe? No, is it Claire?
Cleo.
Oh. Emma, did you take my camera?
Yeah, I was just using it for an art project. You can have it back if you want, though. I'm done with it.
Well, you didn't really ask me before you took it out.
Oh, I asked you if I could see it, right?
Yeah, but you looked at it in the apartment. If you were if you needed for a project where you take it outside, I would really want to know because it was really expensive. It was like $1,000 camera.
Shouldn't I be you?
What?
Shouldn't I be me?
Oh. What, you don't know what to say. You said you don't know what to say. Okay, keep going, Emma.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll just ask next time. Sorry about that. No, she's really nice is the thing.
I know, but wouldn't that make you more comfortable being honest with her?
I don't know what it is.
Because if you see that she feels bad, then you'll say, it's okay, I know it wasn't on purpose, but I would be like, do you see where I'm coming from? It was like my parents saved up to get me this for Christmas, and it means a lot to me, and I'm hoping this will last me for like 10 years, and if something broke or something, I would just feel so guilty. I wouldn't know how to face my parents, and etc. etc.
It already happened. I mean, it's definitely one of my goals to be able to be more confrontational, because that's definitely one of the things that, like, has ruined my past relationships, is that I don't tell them when something's wrong or if something's upset me.
Yeah, you just resent them.
Yeah. Quietly. To myself until it builds up and then it festers inside me, and then slowly I start noticing so many things about them that I just don't like, and then I break up with them after thinking about it for months and having processed through it, and they don't see it coming. They have no idea. They're like, I'm hoping to not repeat that mistake by being more confrontational.
I think you equate confrontation with a very negative thing. I don't know if that's from our childhood or something. But think of how, like, wouldn't you want to know if someone's not comfortable with the way you're acting? If someone feels offended, or if someone, has something against you? And what if it's something as simple as, like, letting you know before borrowing things, and that's such an easy thing that you could fix. You just need someone to tell you. A lot of times, like, people just don't say it.
Yeah. I'm, like, slowly practicing confrontation with my roommate.
Which one?
My only roommate.
Mindy.
Because I feel closest to her, and I know she knows, but, like, I have a hard time, like, talking about things.
Wait, how are you so against confrontation and I am not?
Probably it has to do with, like, people that I've dated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that has, like people have gotten super, like, defensive and then, like, on, like, attack mode when they're confronted by something. I don't know. Because I definitely used to speak my mind a lot more. Like, in
Middle school,
for sure. I was really loud.
So I was not going to talk about this for 30 minutes, yet here we are.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of CMSRWe.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.